Someone is using a dark psychology technique on you right now. Not in a heist. Not in a movie. In a text message. In the way an ad just paused your scroll. In the way a stranger handed you a free sample and you felt bad not buying. There are 7 of these running your decisions every day. And the worst part is, the more you think you are immune, the more vulnerable you are. These are not tricks you outsmart. They are built into your brain. Once you see them, you cannot unsee them. And seeing them is the first step to defending against them. They are not evil. They are just invisible. And the more you can name them, the less they can do to you. Here are the 7. Pick one to watch for this week. Number 4 is the one most people never question. 1. The foot in the door. Yes, then yes, then yes. You sign a petition. You take a free trial. You follow an account. Each one is small. Each one feels free. And by the 3rd, your brain has quietly decided that you are the kind of person who says yes. So the next ask, the bigger one, does not feel like an ask. It feels like a continuation of who you already are. The psychologist Robert Cialdini called it commitment and consistency. Once you commit to a direction, your brain refuses to let you change your mind, because changing your mind would mean the first yes was a mistake, and your brain cannot afford that. The fix. Pause between commitments. The you from 30 seconds ago does not get to decide for the you of right now. Every yes is a separate yes. 2. The anchor. The first number is never the real one. A car dealer puts a $40,000 sticker on the window, so 32 feels like a steal. A salary offer starts high, so the second number feels reasonable. A menu lists a $40 entree, so the $28 one looks smart. The original price was never the real price. It was a hook in your head. The researchers Tversky and Kahneman proved it. Even random numbers, like the last 2 digits of your social security number, influence what you will pay. Once a number is in your head, your brain refuses to discard it. The fix. Ask yourself, what would I pay if I had never seen the first number? Whatever the answer is, that is closer to the truth. 3. The scarcity loop. Limited is not a fact. It is a story. Only 2 left. Offer ends Sunday. Other people are viewing this. Things become more valuable when they become less available, not actually more valuable, just perceived to be. Scarcity triggers panic. Panic bypasses logic. The researchers Kahneman and Tversky called it loss aversion. The pain of losing something is roughly twice the pleasure of gaining the same thing. Do not miss out hits harder than you could win. The fix. Slow down. The deal will be there tomorrow, and if it is not, you did not need it. Scarcity is a story someone is telling you, not a fact about the thing. 4. The authority shortcut. The lab coat is now a checkmark. A man in a white coat said, "Deliver the shock." 65% of people did it, even when they thought they were delivering something lethal. That was the Milgram experiment in 1963. Today, the lab coat is a verified badge, a white background website, a doctor in front of a name, the words former FBI negotiator on a thumbnail. Your brain uses credentials as a shortcut to skip the work of thinking. The most confident voice in the room is often the most dangerous one. The fix. Authority is a signal, not a verdict. Verify the source. Then decide. 5. Mere exposure. Familiar is not the same as good. The more you see something, the more you like it. That is it. Coca-Cola. The Netflix intro. The politician's name on every billboard. You do not choose what you like. You just stop noticing you are being trained to like it. The psychologist Robert Zajonc proved it in the 1960s. Familiarity is processed as safety. Safety is processed as a reason to trust. Repetition is the cheapest persuasion tool ever invented. The fix. Notice what feels familiar, and ask yourself if you actually like it or just recognize it. Those are not the same thing. 6. The door in the face. The huge ask was never real. A charity calls and asks for $500. You say no. Then they come back with 20. Your brain, desperate to feel consistent, says yes. Not because 20 was the right number, but because it felt like a deal. Cialdini called it reciprocal concessions. The retreat from a big ask feels like a gift, and gifts activate the reciprocity reflex. The first ask was a setup. The smaller ask was always the real one. The fix. Evaluate the reasonable second offer as if you heard it first. If it is bad on its own, it is bad as a compromise too. 7. The reciprocity trap. The free sample was never free. Someone gives you something. A free sample at the mall. A personalized note in the mail. An unsolicited favor from a colleague. I was just thinking about you message from a stranger. You feel obligated. The gift was small. The debt feels enormous. That is by design. Cialdini proved that even an unwanted gift creates a sense of obligation. Personalized gifts double the effect. A study showed that a Coke with someone's name on it nearly doubled donation rates compared to a plain Coke. The fix. Notice the gift. Notice the ask. They will come in that order, and they will come close together. The ask is the point. The gift was the bait. Here is the part most people miss. None of these are evil. Every honest salesperson uses them. Every good negotiator uses them. Every teacher who gets students to commit to small steps before big ones is using them. The darkness is not in the technique. The darkness is in not knowing. The moment you can name the lever being pulled on you, the lever loses most of its power. So here is the counter. 3 moves, cold and fast. 1. Name it out loud, even if only to yourself. This is an anchor. This is a scarcity story. This is a free sample with an ask coming. The fog lifts the second you label it. You are not arguing. You are reading a tag. 2. Pause before you commit. The pause is the only place the trick breaks. Every one of these techniques needs you to act fast. If you do not act fast, they stop working. The deal that ends in 5 minutes will be there in an hour, and if it is not, you did not need it. 3. Notice the gift. Notice the ask. The sequence is the signal. A person who gives first is not generous. They are setting up a purchase you have not agreed to yet. 1 line to keep. The darkness is not in the technique. The darkness is in not knowing. Name the lever, and the lever loses most of its power. Pick one of the 7. Just one. Watch for it this week. In an ad, a text, a request from a friend, a checkout page. Pause. Notice it. Name it out loud if you have to. That is the whole defense. If that landed, subscribe. 1 new video every day. The next one breaks down the dark patterns the apps on your phone use on you every day. I will see you there.